Subscribers to Acker Wine Markets now have access to one of the most powerful wine analytics tools in existence. Acker Wine Markets brings wine auction intelligence to the forefront of your investment portfolio. Whether you're a savvy investor or simply a wine enthusiast, this is the intel that will power the liquids in your portfolio, backed by decades of Acker wine data. Acker Wine Analytics allows its subscribers to chart the history of a wine's sales as far back as it was traded by Acker, giving you access to decades of data. Dig into statistics like bottles sold per year, track average prices per bottle over time, even compare price versus age on specific bottles to track how specific wines have trended as they age. Let's say you want to track 1996 Salon Champagne and its performance over the last 10 years. Type 1996 Salon into the menu bar and select from the drop-down menu. Scroll down to view the chart and drag your mouse from 2020 back to 2010 to display only the past 10 years of sales data. Hover over any data point on the chart to see how many bottles were sold, the location of the auction, and the date of the sale. Now you may want to track how this wine performs the longer it ages. With the Acker Analytics tool, you can track how this wine, Salon Champagne, overall has performed since release. Track appreciation by visiting the age versus price chart at the top of the analytics page. View every vintage of Salon and how it's performed the farther the wine is from its release. Curious to know if DRC is outperforming the Dow? Track market trends in a more detailed manner than exists anywhere with the Acker Wine Index. This robust index tool gives you the ability to track pricing trends of major wine regions and producers to other wine or investment indices. Select a time period to analyze 1, 5, or 10-year performance, even plot year-to-date stats. Here's how to use it. Select an Acker proprietary index by either typing into the search bar or scrolling through the drop-down menu. We will look at the 1989 Bordeaux, 1989 BDX index, comprised of some of the most traded red Bordeaux wines from the 1989 vintage. In the Compare To menu, select the S&P 500. Adjust the time frame of the graph either by clicking and dragging over the graph, or by selecting a specific time frame in the upper left-hand corner of the chart. To see more details, click on Performance at the top of the page to view. You can even compare up to 4 wines with our Wine and Index Comparison feature. You can compare and track the performance of Krug, Giacomo, Conterno, Palmer, and Petrus on one graph, even compare them against financial products. Once selected, a convenient graph will show you how each has trended with respect to the other over the same time period. You can customize your view by adjusting the time frame once again. The color outlining each wine or index at the top of the page will be the display color on the chart. And then there's the Acker Market Monitor. Modeled like a traditional equities monitor, the Acker Market Monitor provides an at-a-glance look at the top names in the wine world, giving you the ability to track 1, 5, or 10-year price changes in the overview, even hone in on a specific region to view more indices specific to that region. Use the regional headers at the top of the page to view a region and its producers in greater depth. From the Burgundy page, each producer has an overall index that contains both young and historic vintages. A historic index that only contains wines produced before 2000, and then a 2000s index that highlights modern vintages between 2000 and present day. Then there are indices that are comprised of highly traded wines from a specific vintage, like the 1999 Red Burgundy Index, meant to show how the 1999 Red Burgundy vintage has performed as a whole. Clicking on any of these index names will take you to a new tab, back to the Acker Wine Index tool, to view only that index. This is Acker Markets. Explore all of the tools and more in the new ackerwines.com. At the cutting edge of the industry is Acker Wines.